4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to HVAC Success Secrets Revealed, a show where we interview industry leaders and disruptors, revealing the success secrets to create and unleash the ultimate HVAC business. Now your hosts, Thaddeus and Evan.
Hey, welcome back everyone to another HVAC Success Secrets Revealed with Thaddeus and Evan, where we have good conversations with good people, and any good conversation worth having is worth having drunk. Cheers. Coral, thanks so much for joining us. There we go. You can cheers us in the car. There we go. All right. Welcome to the show.
Guys, I just got off work. I work too, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Just got off a not so bad sales day, hey?
50 G's.
Yeah, not bad. You got a little dust on your shoulder there. You should just brush that off. There you go. There it is.
NBD.
$50,000 day for Coral. Welcome to the show. No better way to jump on a podcast than after you just dropped 50 grand, right?
I mean, I gave them the options and they picked what they wanted, you know.
There you go. I love it. So for those of you that don't know, Coral Killer Whale, as she has aptly nicknamed herself here today, Coral is a maintenance technician who is absolutely crushing it. And I think even that title in itself is even diminishing the amount of value that you bring to the organization that you're working with, and then also to other businesses as well, because you are also an on-site trainer with Gene Slade and Lead Ninja. Your journey into the role that you're in now, I mean, it started out in dispatch, progressed from there, started to get into sales, and holy crap, have you crushed it since taking a pretty decent little sales training course there that happened to project your career in a totally different way, hey?
It's incredible. Who would have thought that a dispatcher selling service agreements would be in the field making $500,000 a year?
Right?
It's so wild, you know.
And it takes a special person to do that. And just so to put it into perspective, Coral is on pace right now to do about 7.5 million this year. Might hit 8 if all things go well, but 4.5 million of that is straight IAQ equipment, which is a testament to the work that she also does with Gene and team over there at Lead Ninja. A big part of their training is all involving IAQ equipment. And I know that was something that we got into heavily when Gene was on our show way back in December, I think it was, or January. Definitely an IAQ master when it comes to selling that. So it seems to have rubbed off a little bit on you.
I mean, so here's my thing, dudes. Ready? I've been through all of the trainings. I've been through CEO Warrior. I got flack the other day because I did a live and I was wearing their shirt or whatever, but now I'm Lead Ninja. And I was like, you know what? We steal golden nuggets for real. Mm-hmm. And I didn't just go to bed and make this shit up. You know what I mean? I stole it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You steal from the best and steal from the best with pride.
Yeah.
100%.
Dirty Uncle Joe, that's what we call him, right? Joe Cruceres, right? Or whatever. Dirty Uncle, and then we got Dirty Gene, and we got Creepy Mike. I love these dudes. You know what I mean? I have stolen so many golden nuggets from these dudes that it has made me a thousandaire.
Thousandaire.
100,000air.
100,000air.
100,000air. You know what I mean?
There you go. Awesome. Well, I want to talk a little bit about that journey going from dispatcher to actual selling tech. What was that journey like? I mean, you certainly didn't expect to get into this role when you first started, and then you started doing sales over the phone. So
yeah, it was like the craziest thing guys, for real, like, I don't even know about it. Like, I started selling service agreements over the phone. And then I was super pissed off that I wasn't like making money on it. Like, I don't even know where my old boss was like, fuck you. Like, dude. And then I just started selling service agreement and I asked for 0.5%. 0.5%. Figure that out.
Yep.
And
Right?
I'm guessing you said
Dude.
no.
Oh, he said, well, he said no, and then I said I want 1%. And we started.
It's a good negotiation
And
tactic.
yeah. And we started dispatching for dollars.
Nice.
And I learned to know my technicians in the field as a dispatcher. And I knew that if I were to send one specific tech, he was going to sell it and I was going to make money. And that is where I started learning that this industry is commission based.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. In terms of the relationship that you can have, and this goes for CSRs or anybody in the office for that matter. Have a relationship with the people that are on the front lines. I was in the passenger elevator industry, and I always have to clarify passenger elevator industry because where I'm from, they have grain elevators. And when you say elevator industry, people are like, oh, grain elevator. Like, no. Passenger elevator, the ones that you ride up and down in, right? If I had a nickel for every time I heard, I bet you it has its ups and downs, I would be a thousandaire. But the idea though is that I went for every single Wednesday morning, we had our safety meeting, and I went and had breakfast with the techs every single day or every single week. And the other sales guys were like, that's stupid. That's a waste of your time. That's stupid. That's a waste of your time. No, because they funneled leads nonstop to me. I didn't have to hunt shit because they continued to give those. And that's the relationships that you build. So when you have, I guess, that relationship, how does one, I guess as a CSR or even a maintenance tech, how do you go about encouraging that relationship with your service techs?
It's not a relationship. Okay. So it is dispatching for dollars.
Go on. Tell us
Period.
more.
Period. It is dispatching for dollars. Like, you know who your technicians are who are going to sell a lady named Miss Brenda over Miss whatever, right? Like, it is dispatching for dollars for real. I knew when I first started the maintenance agreement department, I knew that I could send a certain tech on this job and that job would be sold. I did.
Well, and that's where you put, from the business owner's perspective, right? If you align everyone's objectives correctly, right? The dispatcher, their goals are going to be aligned with the selling tech, which is going to be in line with that of, if they're flipping leads over to the comfort advisor.
Do you want to know a secret?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Secrets.
Off the fucking record.
Well, we are live.
No,
so
we're
this
live
is
on
on
Facebook.
this is on the record.
Oh, I get it. We're on the record, right?
Yeah.
Dudes hate me.
Why do you say that?
Everybody fucking hates me. And I say that because I will go in and I will outsell every motherfucker ethically in a real way. I feel like we as technicians walk an ethical line. Truly.
Very much so.
Yep.
For real, I feel like we walk a very ethical line to where, like, do you offer clients 8 estimates and then let them choose?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you just go out there and fix the issue? And then we'll be out there in, like, I don't know, like 2 months.
Right.
Right. So there's a very ethical line that we walk. You know what I mean? But because I'm a female in the industry and I sell more than anybody, I'm fighting right now. And I'm good with that.
But to be blunt, you shouldn't have to fight because you're a female. Shouldn't have to.
Oh, we couldn't hear you there.
Do we lose your audio? I think she might have muted herself. We've had a lot of great females on the shows recently, and you shouldn't have to fight. Shouldn't have to fight just because you're amazing at what you do. And obviously, Brittany Ann Weaver, they don't hate you, right? They don't hate you. They're just jealous. Is what I say. Oh, you are muted. Yeah,
you're muted. Joys of being live online, right?
Right.
You run into technical difficulties sometimes.
You hit technical difficulties and away you go. Although our friends over at Service Business Mastery, they had some issues. Josh kicked his guest out of their show as he was just going live. So
there we go. I think you got it there, Carl.
I hear you.
All right,
there we go. We're good.
All right.
Yeah. So what Todd was saying, I mean, you shouldn't have to fight just because you're female, right? Like that's not an okay thing. The fact is there's more and more women coming into this business and they are absolutely crushing it. And it's impressive to see and it's fantastic to see. And unfortunately, it's in spite of a lot of support in some cases of male leadership that's not helping them out in that way. But congratulations to you for leading the way and paving the way for more women to come into this industry, because it is an amazing industry and there's an abundance of opportunity for people to come in and crush it just like you have.
Dude, females, seriously, they're more meticulous at maintenance calls. And I think, like, one of my parts of the process is to rip the entire system apart.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a chick rip into a fucking coil that has been pookied for 5 years? No. But when you rip that shit open and you provide the service, right? Now your client believes in you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my biggest things too, is like, dude, building that trust with the client is probably the only thing that makes everybody sells, for real.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. I can't
even
tell you how many clients where I have like literally ripped open a coil and they're like, hey, nobody has fucking done that. And I'm like, it's because they're lazy.
Yep.
But you do that extra steps, you take those extra effort and you go that extra mile. Well, guess what? You sell $8 million a year as a specializing in maintenance agreements, right? Maintenance tech. So the one question that we have coming from our group, what's the difference between dispatching for dollars and sending the right tech that's capable to actually fix the issue based off how the call is booked?
Wow.
Right?
So,
I'll leave that up there in case we want to see that again. I always need to see that again.
I mean, here's the thing, right? So like, if you have a maintenance tech in your program, that doesn't want to participate in the progress or the forms or whatever, because that's the other thing I do. Like, I love forms. We all need them to be like established all the time. We need forms to establish a bad review or a good review, or why are we replacing this blower motor? Why are we cleaning this shit? I have a very specific form that I want my maintenance techs to adhere to. You know what I mean? And if you don't have something like a structure like that, like you're just like flying by the whim. You know what I mean?
Totally.
At all. And the other thing too is like I could look back on several maintenance text calls where I'm like, dude, you took a video of the blower motor and this shit is leaking grease and oil. Like, why do you only have a blower motor pull and clean on this estimate?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not justice to me.
Right.
You know. So
Well, it's almost like they band-aid the system.
yeah, and I'm not all about a band-aid. I'm good with a band-aid estimate for sure. There should always be a band-aid estimate. Do you want to like band-aid this shit? Do you want to like cast it? Do you want to fix it forever? Are we gonna do surgery? Or are you just gonna let me replace it? You know?
Right.
And I think that all of those should always be there, you know. I feel like ethically you should give all of those estimates to a client for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I think that's one of the misconceptions around, you know, even guys like Brent Buckley, who's putting up numbers like you are, right? Or, you know, your guarantee that you have when you come out to parachute into an office and take them out on sales calls saying, you know, we're going to sell 50 grand when we came out. And, you know, I know Scott has the same guarantee. People think that the misconception there is that you're going to come in and just be this high pressured salesperson just to get the numbers. And that's not it, right? The thing that most people are missing in the industry is they're just not presenting options and allowing the customer to
Right.
properly decide for themselves what it is that they want and be able to communicate it to them in a way that helps them to actually understand the decision that they're making.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that you just said that, because it's like people look down upon me because I'm selling them or offering like repairs or whatever that they don't need. And I'm like, but that's not my choice.
Right.
At all. Like, do you want to repair it? Do you want to band-aid it? I leave 3 options for that. Would you like to step up and replace the system so that we can warranty it? Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of like technicians that have been in the field for 50, 60 years that are just like completely mechanically inclined are like, well, I don't want, they don't need to replace the system. Motherfucker says who?
Yep.
That shit is inefficient. Your utility bill is high. The blower motor shot. Your rooms are up and down as far as temperature. Like, if I don't even offer it, like, I feel like I'm doing my clients a disservice.
Totally.
That's
Well,
not fair.
No, and the flip side of that, and it's funny, this actually just happened to one of our clients where they got a lead that came in. They had a repair done 3 times. They had to have the repair guys come out in the last month. They had called someone from a TV ad. They came out, they fixed it, they went back, and it broke down again. They came out, they fixed the new thing that went wrong, and then they had to come back again because the air conditioner broke down again. When the reality is that if you present the options, I guarantee you they noticed that those things were failing as well. But that
Exactly.
wasn't the issue, and they didn't want to be pressured salespeople, and so they didn't present the options. Now the customer's pissed off, and the company just lost them as a customer.
Right.
So who's doing them a disservice by not offering them all the options?
I would be doing them a disservice with not offering the repair options versus replacement. Period.
Exactly.
Point.
Yep.
You know,
And that's just one of those fears that people in the industry need to get over. Right? The reality is it's not up for you to decide.
No,
I
it's for the
feel
customer
like
to decide.
I know, but I feel like too that like our industry, we have a lot of like wrench and turner kind of guys, right?
Yep.
And mom and pops, and I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, right? But at the same time, like that's not what our industry is becoming.
Right.
And we need to offer the options and make sure as a company owner that that money is earned and on our board.
Yep.
That's all there is to it, you know?
Well, and I mean, if you ask any company what they think that they're best at, you know, number one thing that everyone's going to say is, oh, customer service. We take care of our customers. Do you really, if you're not offering all the options?
Yeah, do you? Are you being just and just offering a blower motor on a 25-year-old system? No,
Right.
I don't think that. I think
100%.
that's unjust. I think that if you're going to offer a blower motor on a 25-year-old system, whatever, dude, you're a fucking asshole.
They want their thought process. They
Yeah.
want to retain. They think, okay, let's fix it. It's going to break down again in 1, 2, 3 years. They're going to call us back. We can sell something else again. Well, no. Get a new system in there. Update the motherfucker. Bring it into 2021 standards, and then add a maintenance agreement.
Well, and that's the beauty about like being a maintenance tech, right? So I sell as much as I do on maintenance calls because our maintenance clients are preventative. They're not reactive.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the things that we all need to realize in this industry is that you're talking about people that have actually been responsible about their equipment. You know what I mean? Like you are going to a maintenance call on like a 1 to 7-year-old system and they want to make sure that that shit is maintained.
Yep.
Well, if there's an issue, if there's an airflow issue, if there's a vent issue, if there's a whatever, right? Like they are proactive clients. They are not reactive clients. Service calls are reactive. You called me on a no heat because you didn't fucking get that system maintained for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're a reactive client. Service calls are super hard to sell.
Mm-hmm.
My money is in maintenance because those are my fucking proactive clients. They're like, I need to know about an issue before that shit happens. Thank you for having me out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Service is different.
So you started selling maintenance agreements over the phone. You then started a department for maintenance agreements. And so I'm thinking here, okay, somebody might be listening to the show like, great, maintenance agreements, they're cool. I don't have a maintenance department. How do I implement that? What do I do? Like, walk us through some of the things that you did in terms of creating that maintenance department to be able to utilize the talent that you have now.
So at the last company that I worked for maintenance agreements before I got into the field, I was an hourly employee. What the fuck? Hourly? That's fucking stupid, right?
Now that you've seen the light.
Fucking stupid, right? So, I created a business proposal and I said, look, how did I do that? Dude, this is so weird that you asked me this. It was so bizarre. I went with a business proposal and I said, I do not want to make hourly at all. I'm not an hourly individual. I will make you money. I will make me money and let's fucking go. So I went to this specific company and I said, I'm going to sell maintenance agreements. And not only that, but I'm a dispatcher. So I'm going to dispatch for dollars. And I'll take your $12.50 an hour. But I want 1% commission on my motherfucking maintenance dudes. And they gave me the power to put my maintenance guys on it, you know? That's dispatching for dollars at its finest. I knew that if I were going to send X and X to a specific call, that he would sell it. And that I was going to make my money. And I did. And my paychecks ended up as a dispatcher sales agreement member over the phone. Hourly, I was going to make $900 a month, a check, $900 a check. I started dispatching for dollars. My check was like $7,000, dude. That shit was tight.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, you know? It's all about the money, for you know, and give your clients the options, let them fucking choose, and pay your technicians what they deserve. And what they deserve is commission.
Right.
For real. I mean, we're all going to commission. Every single company is, if you want to work for the big boys, you're going commission, period, point blank.
Right.
You're not going to go work for Gettle for $30 an hour. There's no fucking way.
Maybe as an installer.
I was gonna say maybe not in the sales field, but
yeah, because if somebody offered me $30 an hour, I would tell them to shove it up their fucking ass.
Well, now that you've seen the other side, it's okay. You can say whatever you want on this show.
Absolutely,
you know?
we're good. No, but it's, you know, your value now, right? And that's the difference. And I mean, certainly the expectation that you set for yourself is that, you know, I mean, the standard's up here, right? It's a thermometer. Once it's set up here, it's not going to come back down. And so the difference, I think, for a lot of people, and even when you started to make that transition from salary to commission based, you saw what other people were making. You saw the opportunity. You saw what you were providing for the company and the value you were bringing, and you wanted to be compensated fairly for that.
Right.
Right. That's what commission presents. The salary offers a safety net. And so depending on the person, yeah, maybe that makes them feel more comfortable. Great. That's more for you. That's fine. But at the end of the day, if you want to get rewarded for the value that you bring to an organization, it's always going to be through commission.
But here's my thing, right? Like, if I make money, I want my employer to make money.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
But if
If
the
I make
employer rewards
zero
you the right
fucking
way,
dollars, then you make $0.
Mhm.
If I make $5,000, then you make $5,000. I don't want to be that individual or like service maintenance or whatever that's like, hey, you paid me $60 to walk into a house. For what?
Right.
yep.
For what? Like, literally, you're paying your maintenance tax like $60 an hour. Why would you not even think that they could put 5 calls on their board? They make $60 per call they knock on the door. They're making $300 a day. That's a really good, decent salary.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. But if you're trying to create a sales driven industry and be the top of the top, you need to offer the options. You need to be able to communicate to your clients, and you need to sell shit.
Right. Well, and I think there is still a fine line that companies need to walk, because not everyone can walk into a commission role and stay ethical. That's the reality, right?
Yep.
Some people will get that temptation, that greed will take over, and they're going to sell that $50,000 system with all new ductwork to the 95-year-old woman who's about to leave her house and go into a home. Like,
Right.
that is not an ethical sale, right?
Right.
And so there is that fine line of being a sales-driven organization, but still remaining really ethical. And I think that starts in the culture of the organization,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's top-down mentality, and it's a setting the standard and holding each other accountable. And that's one thing I did want to get into with you as well is, you know, one of the things that you really tried to create within your organization that you were working in through the form, through the system, was this level of accountability. So how is it that you felt that your system that you implemented helped hold not only yourself accountable to deliver results for clients, and by results I mean proper repairs and proper maintenance, but also helped hold everyone else accountable within the office?
Dude, forms are the best. I love forms, and I created several forms to be able to say, you know, specifically too, like, I need a before and after shot of the gas valve ramping. I need this. I need that. I need, you know, as a business owner, you have to be able to hold your techs accountable for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we spoke about earlier, there is a very ethical line, but if that blower motor isn't leaking grease and oil, why did you put it? What could we have done? And that leaves it open too for, like, it might not be leaking grease and oil right now, I get it, but let's give them a membership.
Mm-hmm.
And let's monitor it, because we all know it's gonna fucking happen, right?
Totally.
You know, as a business owner, that's where it's at. I want to retain clients, you know, and so it's one of those things where I think that every single technician, maintenance technician or service technician should absolutely have to do a form. I want pictures of blower motors. I want before and after amps. I want data plates of what they are and what they're supposed to be. I want that, you know, and not only that, but it protects you as a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
That protects you, you know, and being a tech in the field when, like, I didn't lay in bed and create this data plate. It's right there. It's right there in front of our fucking face. This shit says if you overamp 0.430, this shit is out of manufacturer's specs.
Yep. It's science. It's data driven. Right?
It's right there.
Yes.
You know, and I always compare it. Well, I compare all of my HVAC shit to one of two things: cars and airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
You think that fucking pilot is driving through? Do you think he can see everything? No. He
He's gotta
is
trust his
relating
instruments.
on his tools.
Yep.
That's what it is. Like, he is relating on these tools to tell him whether it's over manufacturer specs or under manufacturer specs. Period. Point blank. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
You know, and that is how you present maintenance agreements. That's how you do maintenance. These are your fucking members that are proactive. And you need to get them where they are. You know what I mean?
Totally. No, 100%. And that's checklists, SOPs, systems in place, whatever you want to call it. You need to have these for your business, and you need to have them for every area of your business. Your
Right.
service techs, your maintenance techs, your dispatchers, CSRs, all the way down the line. You need to have, even the janitor needs to have a checklist within the office, right?
Did you
Make
clean
sure that
the
everything
floor?
gets
Did you
done.
clean the toilet? Did you do
Yes.
this? Did you do
Yeah.
that? Why do we have it for the janitor but not our maintenance techs out in the field? For real.
Right?
Why? You know what I mean? Like, why is it important for our cleaning dude to do it, but we're not going to hold our maintenance technicians or service technicians accountable?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and even one step further than that, why do we have it for all of our staff and not for ourselves as owners?
For real. Where
Right.
are you? We're not. Are you guys here to create a business? Are you here to be friends? Or are you here to make a profit?
Right.
Yep.
You
Yes,
know?
yes, and yes.
Yes, and yes. Although sometimes it's tough to be friends when you look at like the management hierarchy, it can be tough to be friends. And I use quotes on that.
Yeah, but a real friend holds you accountable.
Right.
Right. And I think that's the difference is when you're running a business, are you doing it to be liked or are you doing it to be effective? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to be effective at your job if I'm not going to hold you accountable, which means that you aren't going to be able to provide. Yeah. As Scott said, the friend zone, you got to be careful of that.
Zone. Don't want to get into that. Right.
Definitely don't want to get into that. But I mean, a real friend is someone that is going to hold you accountable and call you on your shit.
Yep.
Right. So that's why I say yes, yes, and yes.
Makes sense.
All right.
Random
question generator. One of our favorite aspects of the show is asking a random question that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. So A or B, which would you prefer, Coral?
I'm hoping you say, dang it. I was hoping you were going to say A.
Hey! Let's do both. Let's do both.
Okay.
Right,
B is a quick one.
Would you rather be stuck on a broken ski lift or a broken elevator?
Ski lift.
Is that because you have beers in your pockets when you go skiing like I do?
I think the environment around me would just be much more pretty than the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I had no inclination to talk about the elevator industry, but like I worked in it for 2 years, and the amount of times that I've actually been stuck in an elevator is only twice. Believe it or not. So,
all right. The other random question: what talent would you show off in a talent show? And by the way, Gene, I think we need to have this at the Lead Ninja training. Is just a straight talent show,
right.
And we'll get Corey up there to start it off.
Right. What talent would I have? You guys, I can fucking disc golf so hardcore. It's wild.
Well, we can't quite show that on our show, unfortunately.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I disc golf like a fucking bitch, dude.
Nice. Disc golf, throwing frisbees. That's one sport that I am not good at.
Dude, I will fucking throw down on some frisbees for real.
There you go. So Jean, when you guys have your lead ninja trainings, you have to make sure that she has some lead ninja discs that she can take with her, and she can throw them in there into the net, into the basket. So since we
better yet, throw them at all the techs and the owners that are there that aren't paying attention.
Ding,
I want to touch base on that real quick because there's been like a lot of drama around it or whatever. But you guys, like, I started with Jean. That's it. Like, I literally got sent from a dispatcher and a service agreement salesman over the phone straight to Jean's class in Detroit. I went there for 4 days, and it changed my life, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that I would be in this. The only reason why I'm in this position right now is because I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to all of the other trainings too. You know, like, I'm not sitting here just like being a fucking bias ass bitch, dude. I've gone to CEO Warrior with Mike Aguilera. I've done Joe, creepy Uncle Joe. We all call him that, creepy uncle. I've done Mike, Gene, Grant Cordone. We were in his training for a little while or whatever. Like, I don't just promote this shit because I'm paid for it, right? Like, I promote this shit because it changed my life.
Well, and I'm glad that absolutely when you find your calling, you know, it doesn't even feel like work, right? You go into it.
Do it.
And you just do it, and it's natural, and you love what you do. And that's when you truly find your calling, and you can see that when you have the results. I mean, people that, and I think we were chatting before we got on the live, is that a lot of times people don't believe in the product. And that's why they have a tough time doing what they do, because they don't actually believe in the end result. And that when you have that, it's super, super powerful and super, super important to be able to believe in your product. So your product obviously is the Lead Ninja system. We're going to drop that for you, Gene, don't worry, and Coral. So the leadninjasystem.com is where you can find and you can book and ride along with Coral or one of other Gene's teams. If you want to reach out to Coral directly, facebook.com /coral.whale. I'm sorry I did not pull your TikTok. It's at HVAC Queen was your TikTok on there. So follow her on TikTok. We'll put the TikTok in the show notes. I just don't have that on there. So, but you can follow her at HVAC Queen on TikTok.
Yeah, it just, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, something worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I get really pissed. I do. I get really mad. Like, I'm dealing with this exact same situation at the place I work right now, where, like, the guy is like, I don't want to do this. I don't understand the call by call. I don't understand the TL. I don't understand. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you understand it. It's a proven method. Like I said earlier, I didn't just invent it. I stole it. I stole it from fucking Gene and Joe and Mike. I stole this shit, you know? And it upsets me that, like, I will make my money. I will always be rich on HVAC, for real. But I want to make other people rich too. Like, it's lonely at the top. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just want to be there by my damn self. I want everybody with me. I want my girls with me. I want everybody with me, you know?
100%. Well, and you're a part of Lady Titans as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I know we talked about
And
that a
they
little bit
hate
last
me.
week when we had.
They
Do
hate
they?
girls hate girls, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Girls are just not happy about shit. Fucking girls hate fucking everything all the time. Like, we just wake up and hate.
Maybe
Sometimes you're in
not.
the mood for it. You know?
Right? Depends on the mood. Maybe it depends on how you slept that night before. So,
Or the time of the month, or the way we slept, or the food we ate, or whatever the fuck, dude. We are fucking bitches. We are fucking assholes, you know? And, you know, like, I really wish that I could, like, connect with like, somebody who is super cool, like, about, like, just, I want somebody on top. You know what I mean?
I think the other.
Why is my wrist glowing? Like,
it's right in the sun. I think the other thing that's really cool, though, at least with a lot of the women that we've had on our show and we've had the pleasure to connect with, even the ones that didn't want to come on the show, is they are fiercely talented as well.
Mhm.
And I think there's like a lot of
just
competition that comes into that too.
ridiculously amazing.
Oh yeah, incredible,
Dude,
incredible women.
So incredible, and like how they're running companies is just fucking. It literally hits my heart. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I fucking love it. You know?
Totally.
Why is my wrist on fire?
Brittany says it's radiation. So
I can't see Brittany's messages, but tell her I love her.
there you go. It's right there. You can tell her yourself. She's listening.
Hey, are we good on? We shared it to a lot of places. Did you guys get a lot of? Are we good?
Absolutely. There's one last question that we have for you. It's our signature question that we end the show with. What is one question you wished people would ask you more, but they don't?
What is one question people ask me more that they don't?
What is one question you wish people would ask you more, but they don't?
I'm just going to be super generic, and I'm going to say, how?
I like it.
How?
So how do you do what you do?
How do I do what I do? And the answer is, I've stolen a lot of things about I've stolen the process. I've stolen the questions. I've stolen the issue. I've stolen it. And I am extremely determined to be the best of the best of the best.
Love it. Well, and you know, it goes back to what I said earlier. You know, like you steal from the best, to steal from the best with pride. The thing about being in sales, being in business, doing anything. Guess what? Somebody somewhere has done something.
Anything. Guess what?
You're already currently have been doing. So you might as well replicate success. You know, and yeah, you know what? One can argue there's trailblazers out there. Sure. I'm not talking about the unicorn trailblazers. The majority of times, people have had somebody out there that has done exactly what you've done. So, but now that we've asked our signature question, I will be the first to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit and chat with us. Sorry, I was trying to keep a straight face with the phone ringing. I almost had it. I almost pulled it together, and then I looked over at Evan. He's just sitting there with a shit-eating grin on his face. So I will be the first to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit and chat with a couple crazy Canadians. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Coral.
Cheers. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching another episode of HVAC Success Secrets Revealed. Before you go, two quick things. First off, join our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/HVAC Revealed. The other thing is if you took one tiny bit of information out of the show, no matter how big, no matter how small. All we ask is for you to share this, no matter what platform you're consuming this content on. Hit the share button and introduce this show to others in your contacts list so they too can unleash the ultimate HVAC business. Until next time, cheers.